Morning, morning, everybody. Michelle is here. Today is Saturday, and I got some things I'm going to be working in the garage today, doing some things, this and that and the other. But I have a terrible uh, misunderstanding of words and some type of music in most music. I'm gonna be real honest. And most of the music I listen to, whether it's gospel, R&B, soul, hip hop, whatever we're calling all of this, black culture music. How about that? I can, in most cases, I'm always putting in my own words and songs, and so. But anyway, it's uplifting to have music playing. Whether silently in the background while you're doing whatever you're doing throughout your day. That is so, and so it kind of gets you in a meditative state of mind, as a matter of fact, while you're doing your chores and this and that and the other. And so, like I said, meditation is so important, and so you're so absorbed on uh, on the task that you're completing that you're in a meditative state just by doing regular chores around the house. So I would do that. I prefer the music. It's up to you. For me, it has. I like that beat. Where it's a beat. Whether it doesn't have to be that hard hip hop type, but whatever gets you going. Sometimes that gets people going when it's, and that gets me going too. That crunk. They used to call it crunk. I don't know. It changes so much. But whatever makes you feel harmonious. How about that? And you know, get you working and getting you, and before you know it, you done completed a whole task of things that you may have been procrastinating on doing. So this is for procrastinators. Do that kind of thing. Have some music playing in the background that you love to hear, that soothes you and get you going. And also what helps the psyche is whistling. If you can whistle, if you can hum, because that's part of black culture as well. That I told you, that sound. We have these sounds that's great for our psyche. Our and great for keeping us harmonious and in harmony. A lot of people use that the om. So whatever it takes to get you in a harmonious state of mind, and then before you know it, the stuff that you kept procrastinating on, you get it done, because you do need to get stuff done. A lot of people need to get stuff done. The ones that have all this clutter of stuff that you've held over 50, 20 years, certain type of clothing, this and that and the other. Ask yourself about, just be gentle with yourself and ask yourself, why am I holding on to this stuff? Why am I holding on to this? Why am I holding on to that? Store it on an external drive if it's pictures. But because one way or another, no matter how we store things, at some point they're going to, you know, disappear in some way, whether through some type of accident, or the quality usually is what fades away on a lot of these pictures. So think about storing them on an external drive, and then just let it be. Let it be, and hold. Create the memories. And be present in those memories. A lot of people like to capture the memories, and that's fantastic too for others to share, because that's uplifting as well. So just be creative, think it through, think about what matters to you. If you love someone so much, and a lot of people like to see them when they're in having these kind of issues. Like I said, sometimes those pictures that we used to hold on to back in the day, in black culture, they fade away over time. So it's probably good to capture them on your cell phone and store them on an external drive. And then when you want to come back and revisit it, you can revisit it, upload it. Those that's what we deal with in this day and time. We deal with this upgrading in technology, and a lot of this upgrading in technology, unfortunately, is going to come back and bite a lot of us, and and it's going to get to a point to where these AIs are going to be controlling how you access your money, They're going to be controlling where you drive. They're going to be controlling what you watch on your TV, what you surf for, or what you look at on the internet. And they're gonna be telling you how to what you're supposed to do, tell you when to get up, tell you when to go to sleep. I see it. I see the vision of that, unfortunately, and that's in the future, of course. But I see it where you that will be in a self-imposed prison, not only in our consciousness, but also in our physical materialness. And if we had built up our consciousness, raised our vibration and elevated our consciousness, we would have been able to handle these AIs. They wouldn't affect us at all. We would have they would have just been our assistants, and that would have been the extent of it. They would not have had any other control except being our assistants. In other words, assisting us. But now they're going to be the ones controlling things because of these sexually frustrated idiots that created it. And when I say that, I talk about their personality as an idiot. These people, and this need to be superior to everybody. This need to outshine everybody. This need to be in control of everybody. Their lives, they can't control their lives, and they are frustrated because they expect that this will give them the attention that they so desire. And at the same time, most of these people that create this kind of stuff are self-loathing, and they have a self-hatred for themselves. But then they want to compensate it in creating the bigger, better, best things. And so at some point, like I said, it's going to turn on all of us, including them and their kids and their family and descendants and blah, blah, blah. But they don't look at it that way. A lot of them are psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissistics. So they don't have that kind of empathy and being concerned about their own children, their own descendants. You understand? So, and we have to all be held accountable for creating these so-called monsters. I like to use that word monster. Ha ha ha. If you guys only knew, what it's a true, genuine monster, and how we bestow them to the top of the food chain. We give these people all like investors or go invest in these people at the drop of a dime. But when there's actual, genuine, creative types like Black culture, all they do is to steal that so they don't have to invest in it. Okay, they steal it so they don't have to invest in it. But with non-Black people, they invest in it. Has anybody been paying attention to that? So just do everything you can to bring harmony into your life, and make sure you are prepared to evacuate if you need to, be prepared to be rescued if you need to be prepared to move, all of that. You need to be always on top of that and have that as the top of your priority. And if you have kids, that's where a lot of people make a lot of mistakes because they don't realize that, kids are different. Kids are not adults. So you may tell them to do a certain thing, and when it's time to do it, they don't even remember to do it because they're kids and this and that and the other. And then you can't find one, and you're looking for the other, and there's an emergency. Just like earlier this week, we had that test of the emergency broadcast. That wasn't that. They apologize, and that was intentional. Let's just wake up now and bring our heads out of the sand. It's okay. You don't have to, be, like I said, always be gentle, because when you start to realize and become aware of what's been happening all around you, you're going to be upset, and you're going to be upset with yourself too. You're going to be more so upset with yourself because you're going to think that you're just going to be so upset with yourself and question everything about your reality. And all I'm saying is be gentle about that. People are clever, and so the rug has been pulled. I mean, all of us have a veil over our face, and everything's we see things in cloudy vision and perspective. But once that cloud clears, you're gonna look around and think, "Oh my gosh, how do I get myself here? Why am I here?" So that's the contemplation that you must do on a daily basis. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to sit down and non-thought with your meditation and just wait for the answers to come to you and some the answers to come so you know how to proceed. And don't resist anything that's coming out from out of you. If you get some messages from coming out of you, then you need to listen to those messages. Why would you disregard it? Don't do it like I've done. I used to do that well before I knew better. And meditation helped me to balance that out and evolve. So, like I said, there are already people on the planet as we speak that are at a high level of vibration, they're at a high level of consciousness, and usually those are the ones that are extremely creative in some kind of way, or maybe high have this scientific level of thoughts and this and that and the other, whatever the case may be, or they may just be a genuine, unassuming human being. But a lot of them are teachers and messengers as well, because that's our duty anyway, to disseminate and teach as much as we can and be messengers as much as we can and assist people on an equal playing field. So I want to send peace and love out on a Saturday. I hope everybody is inspired in some way or have inspiration in your life, have a spark in your life. I do, and it keeps me going. It makes me happy. And but anything can be a certain type of spark to get you going. And I know music does that. Music can do it. So consider playing music in the background somewhere while you're working around your house, and see how it makes you feel. Okay, or what you hear or what you see when you do those kind of things. So peace and love, everybody. Talk to you soon.